Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, That Model Railway Guy, and welcome to a very exciting video today because I recently took a trip to the National Festival of Railway Modelling at the NEC in Birmingham. Now, some of you may remember that this used to be the Warley exhibition, which for a lot of modellers was an event that you really couldn't miss. As I've covered on the channel previously, Warley now don't do their event at the NEC, but the Warners Group, who run magazines like British Railway Modelling and Garden Rail, just to name a few, they've now taken over the slot in the calendar and are running their own exhibition at the NEC for the very first time. They've got good form with this. They run the London Festival of Railway Modelling at Ali Pali every year too, which I always try to attend if I can. And yeah, when I got a message from BRM asking if I'd like to attend this new show, I absolutely jumped at the opportunity. It's really kind of them to offer this, and they've even given me a little bit of behind the scenes access too. So I'm really interested to see what goes into putting on a mammoth model railway exhibition like this. And of course, I'm going to bring you guys along for the ride too. So let's head to Birmingham and enjoy a full weekend of model railways. Having made my way to the NEC, I headed over to Hall 5 where the National Festival of Railway Modelling was in the process of being put together. Here's a little look behind the scenes on the Friday night, where various layouts were being set up in preparation for opening the following morning. It was also nice to see Douglas from the Tallyclin Railway had arrived safely too. Of course, the excitement would really begin the following morning when the exhibition doors were opened and the show got underway. While not as big as the Warley show, the National Festival of Railway Modelling was still pretty massive, with tons of layouts on display in all different gauges. As a result, rather than trying to film every single layout like I have in previous exhibition videos, this time I chose to focus on a selection that happened to catch my eye. For the layouts that I have missed out or skipped over, believe me, it was nothing personal. In fact, more often than not, I chose not to film a layout because there was such a crowd around it that I just couldn't get close. As you can probably see from the length of this video though, I still filmed quite a lot of the show, and there was definitely a lot to see. One layout that caught my eye was Yorkshire Pennines. This incredible N-gauge layout was making extensive use of automation to keep plenty of trains running constantly throughout the weekend. It really shows just what's possible now with computer automation, with all the trains reacting to speed restrictions and signals as required. While this wasn't the biggest layout of the show, it probably had the most action. And a nice touch was that they also had the automation screens on display, so you could see how it all worked. What I felt was nice about the National Festival of Railway Modelling was that it wasn't just a straight-up duplication of how Warley used to be. Warners have brought their own twist and ideas to the table, such as the cinema, which was showing some great videos and films throughout the weekend. It was also fantastic to see the world of simulation being embraced too, with Dovetail Games giving people the opportunity to try out Train Sim World 5. Steve Purves of Acurascale fame was also in attendance, but this time with his There and Back Light Railway, which was giving free rides up and down the exhibition hall. He even managed to coax me into the driver's seat at one point, although, to be honest, it didn't take much convincing.
It's that classic thing, and everybody just loves to have a go with driving the train at some point, don't they? We all turn into like 12-year-old kids.
At the time, I felt like I was absolutely rocketing along the stretch of track, although looking back at the footage now, I'm pretty sure we would have been overtaken by anyone walking at a moderate pace.
Being a guard, I'm usually used to being at the other end of the train when I'm doing propelling movements, so it's very odd to see quite a stretch of train behind me.
You kind of get used to it.
Yeah.
So when you get back into the station, there's a sleeper that's sticking out, and that's your stop marker.
Stopping mark. All right.
So when you get that on your feet, that's where you stop.
Right, fair enough.
Okay.
There we go. A little bit ahead, a little bit premature, but it'll do for the first time.
Perfect. Lovely job.
Thank you so much to Steve for letting me have a go, and there's a link to the There and Back Light Railway in the description if you want to find out more about them. For me, there are three core things that make a great exhibition layout: fantastic scenery, consistent running, and the ability to have fun with it. In my opinion, Burdock excelled in all three. They certainly weren't afraid to have some fun, as evidenced here with their Harry Potter train. And of course the duck train was highly entertaining too. What do I mean by the duck train? Well, this of course. Of course, it wasn't just layouts at the show, plenty of the manufacturers were in attendance too. Hornby in particular had a few announcements, including their all-new J52, which will be going up against Rapido's own release of the same loco. They also had some new liveries on their Class 60 to show off too. And the decorated samples of Locomotion number 1 looked absolutely stunning, and apparently these models are due fairly imminently. TT120 fans weren't left out either, with decorated samples of the Class 66 on display. And so were the upcoming J50 tank engines, which I can see being very popular upon release. We also got a glimpse of the Class 37 test shots, so it's good to see that this project is still progressing nicely. Of course, it's not all about Hornby. Rapido had their first samples of the gorgeous Manning Wardles on display too. And the newly announced austerities from Accurascale were proudly being shown off to the public as well. Of course, there were lots more announcements and samples from all different manufacturers, but one final one that did catch my eye was the 009 Veil of Rydal Loco samples from Revolution. It was also nice to see the Glyn Valley Tramway Trust, who were also in attendance, with a large-scale model of what they're hoping to build in reality. So as we come to the end of this video, I do just want to say a massive thank you to Warners and BRM, not just for inviting me down to the show for the weekend, but for putting on an absolutely fantastic event. Bearing in mind that they've only had 9 months or so to get this exhibition up and running, it's a huge achievement and a big well done to everyone involved. While it's not exactly the same as how Warley used to be, I think that's a good thing. Warners have put their own twist on the show and have brought new ideas to the table, which I think are brilliant developments, and I'm very much looking forward to seeing what they've learned from this initial exhibition and how it will continue to improve in future years. That's it for today's video though, and I do hope you've really enjoyed this episode. If you haven't already, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel to see lots more model railway content in the future. There's loads of exciting videos coming out over the next few months, but for now, thank you so much for watching everyone, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!